So there was a feature running through my trench in a separate layer to the sides of it, and I excavated that and found a bunch of nails. There's like 3 more sandwich bags filled with stuff like that, and now I'm just excavating the sides to try and see if there's anything similar to what there is, and just level it all out to try and get down to the next layer, which is like this black stuff, this dark black soil that's very compacted. Not finding much apart from the metal, but yeah.
Hi, so my trench is a 1 meter by 1 meter square. We're on the outside of what I think used to be like a farmhouse or something. And I've got, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 sort of distinct layers so far at the minute, not counting the sod layer here. This sort of the first layer of this big sort of chunk of stuff was just topsoil. It just keeps going down and down and down. There wasn't a whole lot coming out of there, but towards the end of it we were starting to see lots and lots of brick and slate turn up, and that turned into what we called 210. Sorry, it's down here, which you'll be able to see better around there. It's a sort of orangey kind of layer. That's with a lot of rubble and a lot of brick rubble, a lot of slate. For a while we thought it might have been part of like a wall or something, so we sort of half sectioned it, but once we got down we found out that no, it was just rubble. It was just there. So after that we stripped the rest of it back and went down and down and down until we found this sort of grey layer down here, what we call 211, and that was all sort of ash and charcoal, and lots of different sort of bits and pieces were coming out of that. Sort of more slate, lots of slate and brick were coming out, but we're also starting to get quite a lot of sort of corroded and rusted iron, bits and pieces of pottery, including this sort of really interesting bit here that has a date and a stamp on it. So it's got a patent date of the 9th of May 1906, which is quite interesting. And then after that we have the layer which I am in at the minute, this sort of really dark brown reddish sort of layer, which is more burning deposits. So we don't know if stuff was actually burnt here or if it was sort of burnt somewhere else and then deposited in here. But from out of that we've got a bit more pottery, a bit more glass, some what looks like might have been slag here, a little bit of iron, and then just a little bit of bone. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment.
This is area 2, trench 2C, so it is. I'm currently just headed onto my subsoil layer, which is this nice sandy layer. At least we think it's subsoil because it's been found in Maya's trench.
And we found it at trench 1 as well?
Yeah, so I've just excavated part of this cobblestone path, which yesterday I was in detailing. I've half sectioned it and taken out a chunk, just this bit left. I'm just cutting down to that layer, but other than that, not much has been found other than a few bits of flint and some cool looking stones.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, so this is trench 2B in area 2, and I took this over from Rihanna. So now I'm at layer 219, and it's kind of a sandy layer, so I think I've reached subsoil because there's not really coming out of it anymore. But we do have this coastal. We think it's coastal because you can kind of see the remains of a cut here. And then there was a cobbled surface above this layer, and it had a lot of like metal, evidence for metalworking and printing and stuff. I have 2 pipes in my trench.
What do you have to do because of them? Do you dig around them?
Yeah, dig around them, and I'm half sectioning it because there's some kind of fill there with stones, lots of stones.